Hey guys, it's Fultoncards here, live and direct from Brooklyn, New York City. Yeah, said the Beatles. In front of me today, guys, I have a box of 2021-22 President's Choice exclusive 4th edition recognition of this rendition in addition to my collection. So guys, kind of interesting stuff. President's Choice, of course, they don't have the rights. I'm kind of stoked and psyched. Note that I will be busting Tim Hortons when the box arrives from Canada. I have to order it over eBay. Could be pack searched, I don't know. Of course, there are Timmy Ho's here, but there aren't hockey cards at Timmy Ho's here. So that's the long and the short of it. So I'll pop open this President's Choice box. I'll also go through some of my group break hits when it comes to 2015-16 ITG Leaf Superlative as well as Ultimate. I've entered a bunch of breaks, hit some stuff, had a nice run of luck, and then a little bit less so, but odds average out. But I have a bunch of cards I'd like to show you that I won from that break, and I will bust a box of 2015-16 Superlative from Leaf in the coming weeks or months. So configuration, guys. 4 premium sports cards per box. I assume it's hockey cards, but maybe, it says sports cards. Does that mean it goes beyond sports cards? Not sure. I know a couple of the President's Choice products do. On the back of it, 250 boxes in total of the 4th edition, box number 12. And we'd have to go to the checklist on the President's Choice site. I don't think they have a devoted checklist to the exclusive. They do to other products, like the Habs Centennial product. But this should be really interesting, says I. I know that they typically have bulging twines, they have vintage memorabilia, they have those line mate sticks. What else? Vintage triple mems, dual mems, etc., etc. They do, of course, have signed threads, and yeah, stuff like that. All kinds of auto stuff, auto mems. So we'll see what they have within here. This should be fascinating and interesting, a red box, and I do believe that the cards are sort of red as well. And I don't mean reading, I mean the color. All right. So we'll see what we receive. Of course, there's papel, as they say in Spanish, on the top. All kinds of paper. And, okay, wait. All right, we have an upside down decoy. I guarantee you, my friends, that I did not look at the cards. Better the surprise when you don't look at the cards. And here is our first one. This kind of looks like an AKA. I do know these cards, but it might not be. No, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. It is an AKA. And it's a Jiggy. So do I have goalie mojo, guys? Indeed I do. So I do have a game use Jaguar Jiggy, getting jiggy with it, and he was a Conn Smythe Trophy winner in defeat. It is 4 of 5, signed Brian Price. Really nice looking card here, and we have a seam jersey. Yeah, really pretty card. I like it. So our first card, of course, would be goalie mojo. Let's see whether we have any more goalie mojo. Continuing on. I can't even see who this is, believe it or not. You guys could, oh, it's Tretiak. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No way. No way. What? Yeah, guys, really nice. So this is what I meant by red. I think the design is a bit more red. I might be wrong. It might depend on the cards, but I've seen a couple of these breaks, and I just hit a Vladislav Tretiak auto, Canada Cup. How nice is that? Is this one not numbered, which is kind of unusual? Usually all of their cards are numbered, but it is an international one. And it's funny because it is the anniversary of the Summit Series. This is beautiful, man. This is really cool. What does it say? Does it say 2016 down there? Or it's really hard to read. This is really beautiful card. I absolutely love it. I absolutely adore this card. Okay, this is crazy, guys. Any more goalie mojo? There's 4 cards, right? What is this one here? If it's horizontal, it's a good thing. Can you guys read that name? I cannot. Let's see. And is that a Vinny de Cavalier? Oh, I know what these are. That is beautiful. It is a Vinny Le Cavalier, and it's the Rocket Richard Trophy winner. I'm familiar with this card in this series. That is very nice, and this is Maurice Richard, so they have him in the background, and I guess they have the trophy behind him. And Vinny Le Cavalier right now is actually with the Habs. He's actually sort of an advisor, a senior advisor. I don't know what the term is, to the Habs and Marty St. Louis, etc. So this is number 3 of 10. What a beautiful card. What a beautiful card. Okay, so we definitely have some Quebec Mojo and some goalie Mojo. So this is the last card, guys. Let's see whether we can hit anything wonderful. Let's see. Is it another horizontal? Is it a vertical? I'm not sure, guys. Let's see. Oh, it says game used number. Okay, a game used number. I'd prefer a multi something rather, but... Oh, and an autograph. Okay. You know, I'm very partial to autographs. And look at this beautiful thing. So who on earth? Oh, it's Joe Thornton. Very nice. Very, very nice. As a lot of you know, he is one of my favorite players. He is, I think, ranked 7th all-time in assists. An absolute Pez dispenser. I love this. This is beautiful. So you see they don't own the rights, and it's a 1 of 1. So we hit a 1 of 1 Joe Thornton. This is a beautiful card, man, and I am such a fan of Joe Thornton. And of course, because they don't own the rights, because they do not own the rights, you will not see his likeness because they do not own his likeness. But I don't mind that at all. I'm so familiar with Jumbo Joe's autograph. It's such a beautiful autograph, so elegant. And one of the most well-liked players in the game. Hilarious if you've seen footage of him behind the scenes. Very nice, guys. Very, very happy with that. So we actually hit 2 autos within there and 2 goaltenders. All right, guys, so I promised that I would go through my hits from some recent Ultimate breaks. I'm really, really excited about this Superlative and Ultimate from 2015. I'm going to start with the jerseys. I'm going to go through to the better jerseys or patches or dual jerseys or whatever trip jerseys, and then I'll go on to the autos. So these are cards I recently hit in these breaks, in a group break. It's crazy how many I hit. I got really, really lucky at first, and then over time my odds averaged out. So the way it works within these group breaks is you pick a number, you basically buy a number, and the number that it's numbered to, so a 7, if you get number 7 and the card is 7 is 30 or 17 or 30, the card's yours. So it's randomized, or you can pick a specific number for a certain price. So that's how I did these breaks. So let's do it, guys. Let's go through them. So I have a Joe Sakic, and it's just a plain jersey, and it's numbered to 7 as you saw. A Billy Smith, so some goalie mojo, 9 of 12. More goalie mojo, Grant Fuhr, so this is from the number 1 spot, it's 11 of 25. Another Billy Smith, more goalie mojo, it's numbered 14, so I had the 4 spot for this one, Billy Smith. A Stan Mikita, so you see these are the point club, the other was the win club, goalie wins of, I guess, 300 wins. And a Ron Francis, so this would be from the 0 spot, which is usually the cheapest number for obvious reasons if you sort of figure out how the numerology works. And then a Mario Lemieux, and this was 13, so this was from the 3 spot. All right. Now continuing on, so these are some of the nicer hits, I would say, of the jerseys or patches. So I hit this one here, which is a Jack Eichel, Mike Modano, Pat LaFontaine, so it's 1 of 30. I hit this one here, which is a Mario Lemieux, Eric Lindros, and Jack Eichel. You see the back of the card. And this one was a ridiculous one. So this would be a 1 of 1. You really don't get these patches from Leaf ITG unless it's a 1 of 1. So just ridiculous patches. And these obviously would be Russian players. So you have Fedorov, Bure, and McGillney. Really, really nice 1 of 1. That's a beautiful card. That's definitely a keeper. I was really happy with that one. And this one is absolutely crazy. This is one of my greatest hits ever. It's a Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky 1 of 2 dual patch. Really, really beautiful patch here. That is just gorgeous. So, I mean, the greatest ones. And then finally, this one of Luc Robitaille, and this would be a 1 of 1 patch, a Superlative emblem, okay? So here are the auto cards. So the first auto card would be this one, and it's a Paul Coffey. This one would be 12 of 15, so that would have been from the 2 spot. And then I have a Reggie Leach card, and so this is obviously a blue of some sort, and it is numbered 5 of 8. So it's an auto memorabilia card, Reggie Leach from your Flyers. I actually hit 2 Nicky Lidströms, if you can believe that. This again would be from the 1 spot, and it's a Nicky Lidström Ultimate Signatures, really beautiful card. I hit this one here. This is from the no numbered spot. There are cards that are not numbered, so when you do the draw, you can get the NA non-numbered card. And these international ices, there are some that are numbered to like 5 or whatever, but usually the base cards are non-numbered. So here's another Nicky Lidström. I hit another Reggie Leach auto, and this is a printing plate auto of his, so this would definitely be a 1 of 1. Printing plates typically are 1 of 1. Does this say 1 of 1? I just know it's 1 of 1. I hit this one here, which would be a Trevor Linden, and this one was 3 of 5, so this is from the 3 spot. Of course, you obviously have to pay more money for lower spots, or you have to get lucky if they're randomized draws. This is unbelievable that I actually hit this one here. This was my first Tretiak. I was really excited that I just hit a Tretiak a second ago, but it was actually my second Tretiak. This was my first Tretiak. So it is again from the non-numbered spot, International Ice. Really, really beautiful card. And here we're down to the last 2 cards. My 2 favorite ones, I'd say. I hit this printing plate, and so you might recognize Cujo, Felix, and Bauer. So this is Toronto Maple Leaf goaltenders, but I loved Cujo when he played. He was one of my favorites, and Johnny Bauer, obviously. So this is a 1 of 1 magenta printing plate. So isn't that cool? A triple printing plate. Did it say here on the back what it was? Oh, there it says the 1 of 1 yellow plate. Okay. So a little bit slow there, okay. And then finally, my favorite hit of all of them, believe it or not, would happen to be this one here. I hit a Patrick Watt printing plate. So that is really, really, really cool. And I think it's the International Ice. So it would be one of those International Ice cards, except it would happen to be the printing plate version of it. So there you go. And it's called a magenta plate, I guess, 1 of 1. International Ice signatures. So that's it, guys. Those are my beautiful, wonderful hits. Of course, I had just enough goalie mojo in both of these groupings of cards. So that's basically it, guys. Goalie mojo a go-go. That's how you get it done with a cummerbund. Yeah, you might wonder why I'm getting into group breaks. It hyperinflates prices, etc., etc. Well, you know, I've been doing them in Canada mostly, and it's 73 cents on the dollar, given where the dollar is right now. And I will do group breaks if the price points are really low vis-a-vis the odds. And so on occasion, you know, you'll have like a 60% chance to hit a pretty decent card at, let's say, a $40 price point all in. Then it starts making sense to me. So, you know, you guys, it's survival of the fittest in this hobby right now at these price points. You know, and I do like buying from Canada while the American dollar is strong. Anyways, guys, I will be cracking open Tim Hortons. I promise. It is not my forte. Sort of generic cards are not my forte, but I'll do it because, you know, you got to do it. I mean, it's Tim Hortons. All right, guys, so I'm Fultoncards. Please do me the honor of sub-liking and hashtagging Dryden. I will be doing another draw to give away a bunch of cards. You know it, in the coming days. I'll be Fultoncards, live and direct from a place called Brooklyn, New York City.
For what? I don't know. And every time that I